Hey everybody, it's me Teja, and it's Thursday, so it's my day to answer the question. And if you've been following, our topic of the week is support and how we receive support from family, friends, and partners, and so forth. Um, so I'm going to make this kind of general, um, and I think that the bottom kind of line of everybody in my life is that they treat me the same. And that's the first way they've shown support to me throughout my transition this far, is they haven't changed the way they look at me, react to me, talk to me because I've transitioned. Um, in most cases, it's made my relationships a lot stronger, and there's a lot more validation to them for me being who I am now. Um, because before, no one really, I was obviously the gay guy, but I mean, no one really viewed me as the gay guy. I was one of the girls, I was always one of the girls. I was daddy's princess more than my sister was, and, I was mommy's little girl, and, I was the girlfriend, I wasn't the guy that they hung out with, like the gay guy, the fabulous gay guy that everybody hung out with. I was just one of the girls, you know what I mean? And I really think that that is kind of something for me to recognize, is that they kind of went about it with a certain form of normality. They didn't kind of the they didn't kind of Hollywood my transition. By Hollywood, I mean glamorize or anything like that in negative or positive kind of ways. Everything kind of just stayed the same. My pronouns changed, my name changed, and everyone has been very good about it. But in the same token, no one has really kind of changed, because I'm still, genuinely the same person with the same interests. I'm just a hell of a lot more confident, a hell of a lot more reassured, and I am a lot more in tune with how I feel internally. Um, I remember always saying to my sister and a couple of my best friends growing up that I wouldn't transition, because there was no way I could ever give birth or have a period. And that was something that was so important to me. And every single time, they were just like, yes, we understand. But that doesn't mean you have to live your life trapped in a shell. There are other ways of going about it, you know? You just gotta do what makes you happy. And when I finally decided to transition, everyone was just like, thank the gods, finally Teja is transitioning. And my family, really, my family and friends and my partner have all shown me nothing but love, and it's really beautiful. You kind of lose sight, or I kind of lose sight of sometimes how much support I actually do receive, and how much more support I get more than other people in the same community, which is sad. But I'm very fortunate and I'm very lucky, and I take that for granted. And I my family, when I first told them that I was transitioning, they held a family meeting and compiled a list of names for me to pick, to choose my new name. They're like, we all sat down as a family and we thought of you when choosing these names, and these are the names that we see for you. And choose one of the names, doesn't matter, just choose one, and that will be your name. And that was beautiful. That was really beautiful, and I will never forget that. That was the most amazing moment with my life. And a lot of my family relationships have healed because of the fact I've transitioned. um, I feel like I'm able to connect to a lot more of my family members than I did before. But I also was very fortunate as a child that my parents kind of created a very gender neutral environment. I never had to wear what I didn't want to wear. I could have worn dresses if I wanted to. In fact, in elementary school, I pretty much wore a Little Mermaid t-shirt every day with bell bottoms. Like, that's just the type of child I was. And it was an interesting fashion sense to say the least. But it was just who I was, and everybody around me never said anything. No one ever teased me. I wasn't bullied in high school. I wasn't. Like there was a couple of people who would slip the faggot comment every now and again, but it comes with the territory. But for the most part, I really was not bullied in school whatsoever. And if anybody had a problem with it, there was 10 million more people who would cause a riot because of it. You know what I mean? So high school was never an issue for me, and my friends really made my life my social life so manageable and so open. And I think that comes from a lot of the social planting, where they normalized my situation to other people as they got to know me. So it was just normal. It was just whatever. That's Teja. There she goes. And I don't get to see a lot of my friends or my family because they're back in Canada and I'm in England. But when we talk on the phone or we shoot each other an email, pronouns are correct, then my name's correct, everything's fine, and they've really, really been truly accepting, and I'm so blessed. And for the friends that I've made over here, I haven't met anybody over here as male, so for me to tell these people, if I tell these people that I'm trans, then they kind of just shrug their shoulders at it, like it's whatever, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, okay, usually, I will tell you, I will befriend somebody, and then I'll be like, look, just because I see us being really good friends, and I don't want to have any secrets from you, and I want you to know what's going on with my life. I'm transgender, and their initial reaction was just like, really? Oh my god, like, are you serious? And then it's just kind of like, well, you're still Teja, like, there's nothing else to say. I lived my life very briefly as male over here, and the very few people that I did meet in that span of time, it was just very normal for them. They're just kind of like, whatever. So I really have to say that the normality of the situation, that people kind of made it, helped a lot. That's how I got the support from my family and friends. In terms of my partner, I mean, with partners, it's really hard, especially being a transgendered individual, because we're sexualized. We're demonized, there's so many things that kind of push people away from the idea of a transsexual, and people only view that transsexuals can be used for certain things, and it's sad. And I'm very, very, very fortunate to have the partner I have. He just accepts me for who I am, and I'm just a woman, and obviously I get self-conscious. I'm like, why won't you just leave me and pick up the next straight woman, this cisgendered woman? And my partner always tells me, it's because that woman isn't you. You're beautiful, you have the best personality, we get along like butter on bread, and you make me happy. And that's the point of us being together. So don't think that just because you're not a cisgendered woman that you can't give me what I want, because I have what I want. And I just am always flabbergasted. Like, that is so, like, you know, like, I just, he continuously loves me, and that just really, you know, makes me so happy, because one of the huge issues that I had before I transitioned was finding love. And, you know, I've been through some rough patches, I'm not gonna lie, but, you know, it's really awesome to see that someone can just love me for who I am. And, I, you know, I can't predict the future, but all I can say is I'm happy, and all we're trying to do is make each other happy. That's it. You know, we are trying to make each other better for ourselves so that we can be better together, and we can have a loving, lasting relationship. And that is the point, isn't it? You know? And, I mean, in the last way people have tried to support me is financially. And I mean, I always get really kind of, I always get really kind of weird about people trying to give me money in order to pay for things, just because I'm the type of person where, you know, I like to work for it, and it makes me feel really awkward that people would give me something. Um, but I have been very fortunate, you know, to have a couple of friends who are paying for my laser, which I'm currently going through, and that's so beautiful. Like, I have to say that, you know, I realize that I am lucky and I am blessed, and I have a strong network of people who show me support in so many different ways that I can't even express to you, and it's so personal. And I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to sit here and, you know, say I have support and you don't, because the fact is that I come on here because I genuinely care about every individual that watches one of our videos, because I'm here to give support to that person. You know, not everyone's going to like what I say, not everyone's going to like the piece of advice that I have to share, but at least it could help and be my way of supporting that person. And we're here to talk to you too. I mean, some people have sent me messages to my personal channel, and I'm happy to talk to them. It's, you know, not everybody can say that they have the support of their family or the support of their friends or have a partner to support them. But we are a community, and I'm here to support my sisters and brothers, just like they're here to support me, and we'll all get through it, because, I mean, there's no point in being, you know, negative at the end of the day. We're all trying to get to the same goal, and that's just to be who we are. And I love that about every single one of you, because you guys are so strong and so beautiful. You guys don't even know. And I am here to lend my support in any way I can. I guess I should wrap up this video because it's getting really long. But if you have any questions, definitely comment below with your question, or send us an email at transyoutchannel@gmail.com. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll be happy to, you know, answer a question or speak to you about anything, really. And if you want to know more information about me, just go ahead and check out my channel, which is XO_OX. Yeah, how do you guys, you know, receive support? Do you guys receive support? And, you know, I want to hear what you guys have to say in terms of encouragement for your fellow trans people. You know, what are your words of encouragement for other trans people. You know, that would be really beautiful to have a huge kind of thread of comments about encouraging words for other trans women and trans men who watch this channel. So I'd love to see that. But until next week, you guys, love and respect yourself, and I will see you all next week. Bye.